Folks, we was recently sent this voice note and I really needed to bring it to everyone's attention. I think it's important that the world hear this story. Some young lady from Grenada, her name is Valletta. I want you to listen to the information that she just sent us and why it touched me so deep. Listen.
Okay, so like I went to the hospital because one of my toe, I didn't like how it looking. I'm diabetic, so I said let me go to the hospital and get it checked out. We went there, we sat in casualty for a while. All they gave me was drips. They didn't give me no antibiotics, nothing. They don't do no x-ray, no nothing. They sent me to the ward maybe about after 12 minutes to 1. Like when it was about maybe 3:40 something, maybe about 3:45 somewhere there, they come and they give me the antibiotics. But by then, 2 of the toes and a little piece of the foot got infected. That's what happened to the foot. And then they had the doctor amputate the foot. Well, they're doing everything by the bedside. So they amputated the foot, the 2 toes, and the little piece that was. When the head of the surgeon came, he said that they amputated the foot wrong, so the bone was exposed, so that caused infection. So then I end up with like my big toe alone and one of my big toe, and half of my foot. That's what I ended up with. But because of the circulation part in the foot now, it wasn't healing as it should. So then I had to make a decision what to do. But then one of the surgeons came, because from the beginning I go, they all wanted to do was amputate my foot, and I said no, you have to exhaust all possibilities before you amputate my foot, because I'm living on a hill, you know. So I told him I was living on a hill, so I didn't really want the foot to be amputated. So anyway, he came like a Saturday morning and he said, oh, when they anting the foot still wasn't healing up. And he tell me smell gangrene in the foot. So you have to make a decision today what you're doing. I say okay, and I'll call my husband, I'll call my mom, and then tell them what decision I make, because I mean it was, for me, it was life and death if it's gangrene, and I have my daughter, I have a 8-year-old daughter. So anyhow, the Monday now the other surgeon came, they said the foot wasn't healing and the tissue around there was dying, but the foot wasn't infected. So when I hear he say that, I ask him, you sure? He said, yeah, no, the foot wasn't infected. Then the next day the top surgeon come, he said the same thing. He said it's an urgency, but it's not an emergency. But what happened, they didn't want the foot to get infected, because if you get infected, then it's harder to control.
Following this audio sent to us, I felt obligated to contact Miss Valletta to get a little more information, because she does require a lot of assistance going forward. We got a chance to speak to her live. Valletta, good morning, good day. How are you doing today?
I'm good.
First of all, I'm sorry with the current situation and what had to happen. Tell us, do you think that it was too much of a snap decision by the medical practitioners, medical professional, to amputate your foot before they exhaust all options?
Well, before I start, that was a bit emotional for me.
Yeah.
I think so. I don't think they try hard enough. I just think that they shot stuff with doctors and whatever the case is, and what easy for them. That's what I think. It was just the easiest decision for them to do it.
Yeah. Did you get a chance to have a second opinion?
No, nobody else got a chance to make a decision. Because, and what I was saying, they could do like herbal remedies too. Mm-hmm. So, because the foot could have been stimulated and whatever the case was. Mm-hmm. And I just think they didn't exhaust all possibility.
How long ago this happened? This was recent, right?
This was recently, like Tuesday, and was a week since they cut my foot. I am somebody who don't sit. I'm always on the move, walking, like doing housework, going to work, doing everything, and it's kind of, you know, hard to adjust because I have to be moving around with a crutch in the house, so I have to maneuver and learn to do things in new ways. So it's kind of hard.
Yeah, you mentioned you live on a hill, and you had to maneuver and get down. How do you move from point A to point B at the moment?
Well, my husband helped me. I walk out of the house with a crutch, go down the step. When I reach there, we have a lot of stones, so then he have to lift me up to go down to the because we have a little bit of concrete path to the concrete path, and then it's still kind of difficult. Like when I'm coming back up, I don't have that much strength in my foot as yet, so it does be kind of hard to come up the hill with a crutch.
Yes.
But if we get the road, it's still going to be a little bit easier for him because he has to maneuver just as well to go down to make sure we don't fall.
So immediately, what do you think that is needed just to make your life a little bit better at the moment?
Well, immediately, we don't really need people to do the road, but if we could get some material to do the road, at least the community could come together and, you know, to do it.
Right. Going forward, are you getting assistance? Are you getting assistance for like therapy and?
Well, when I left the hospital, I just got like 2 days of therapy. Like how to use the crutch, I learned to use it 2 days before I left the hospital.
Right.
So it was very hard and very difficult to use. It's not easy to use. I was a bit scared, but I just make up my mind, you know, that basically will be my way of life until they're thinking about prosthetic.
Yeah.
So until then, basically that's my feet. So I have to learn to use it. Still a little bit shaky on it, but learning every day to use it. I get assistance now from one of the nurses from my church, but I still have to go 2 days a week to the health center.
And of course, moving from home to the health center, it's difficult.
Well, sometimes I call somebody for a ride because I mean it's not like we have a ride.
Yes.
Usually my neighbor, I mean we have little help here and there, thank God. So my neighbor usually go to work, as I would call him and let him know that, you know, I'm going to the health center today. Or sometimes he asks if you're going to the health center today, I would get a ride. And then when I finish, I try to see if I get somebody to bring me home. Sometimes I call like my pastor.
Yes.
Or somebody to help me, you know, to come home. But all in all, God has been good because so far we're getting help from people to get a ride to come home and like to go.
And finally, Valletta, what area are you in? So we're going to call on, firstly, you know, elected official in that particular area to reach out and help. Sometimes this is the fastest way we could get them. What area are you in?
I'm living at Grandans. I'm living around by Captain Harris side there. I live in top side, up on top of the hill. Like, you know, the old gas station was like by Texito gas station.
Yeah.
The old gas station, now they have a car wash there.
Okay.
Right, I live in up that side.
And if someone were looking to get in touch with you to offer any sort of assistance, how could they reach you?
Well, I have my cell. You could reach me on my cell, 414-7372. That's my cell. My husband's cell is 418-5692. Stanley.
Okay. Valletta, we're gonna keep update on this story until you could get some further assistance. We are obligated in keeping the story alive because I feel your pain, you know.
Thank you so much.
It's a drastic change and I completely understand.
It's going to be a long road to recovery.
Yes.
A long road.
Stay strong.
I just hoping one day I could get like prosthetic and I could just move around a little bit easier.
Yes. I, Valletta, will keep in touch and keep the story alive and share your information so the world and people pay attention and get you some assistance, okay?
Okay, thank you.
Thanks for chatting with us.
Yeah, bye.
All right.